wasn't a New England pirate.
We're gonna skip on that. Right. Guys, we are back on air. Sorry, we were having some technical difficulties, not deafening difficulties. So, what is the Weathermen?
It's a leftist group that was created by. It was a leftist group. Hold on, I just got off the Wikipedia, but either way, it's a leftist group, and I have the list of the members right here. Radical leftist organization. It was founded in 1969. It was active through 1980. And do you want a list of or at least a dynamic list of the names?
Man, just read the whole beginning of the Wikipedia, but sound it out and make it nice and loud and enunciate everything so these people understand what we're dealing with and who the enemy is.
Okay, hold on. Now I'm trying to get it to the underground one, because it gave me a link to that, and then it gave me a link to Weatherman Underground, which is the whole other thing. So now I have the Weather Underground, and yeah, this is militant Okay, the Weather Underground Organization, the WUO, commonly known as the Weather Underground or Weatherman, was an American militant radical left-wing organization founded in Ann Arbor campus of University of Michigan. Originally called Weathermen, the group became known colloquially, I can't even say that on radio right now, as the Weathermen. Weathermen organized 1969 as a faction of Students for a Democratic Society, SDS, composed for the most part of the national office leadership of SDS and their supporters. Their goal was to create a clandestine revolutionary party to overthrow the U.S. government. With revolutionary positions characterized by black power and opposition to the Vietnam War, the group conducted a campaign of bombings through the mid-'70s and took actions such as the jailbreak of Dr. Timothy Leary, the Days of Rage. Their first public demonstration on October 8, 1969, was a riot in Chicago, timed to coincide with the trial of the Chicago Seven. In 1970, the group issued a declaration of state of war against the United States government under the name Weather Underground Organization. Their bombing campaign targeted mostly government buildings along with several banks. The group stated that the government had been exploiting other nations by waging war as a means of solidifying America as a greater nation. Most were preceded by evacuation warnings along with communiques identifying the particular matter that the attack was intended to protest. No people were killed in any of their acts of property destruction, although 3 members of the group were killed in the Greenwich Village townhouse explosion. Years after the dissolution of the Weathermen, former members Kathy Bowden and David Gilbert joined the Black Liberation Army in robbing a Brinks armored car in 1981, which resulted in the deaths of 3 people, including Waverly Brown, the first black police officer on the Nyack Police Force. For the bombing of the United States Capitol on March 1st, 1971, they issued a communique saying that it was in protest of the U.S. invasion of Laos. For the bombing of the Pentagon on May 19, 1972, they stated that it was in retaliation for the U.S. bombing raid on Hanoi. For the January 29, 1975 bombing of the United States Department of State building, they stated that it was in response to the escalation overall in Vietnam. The Weathermen grew out of the Revolutionary Youth Movement, also known as the RYM faction of the SDS. It took its name from Bob Dylan's lyric, "You don't need a weatherman to know which way the wind blows," from the song Subterranean Homesick Blues, published in 1965. "You don't need a weatherman to know which way the wind blows" was the title of a position paper that they distributed at an SDS convention in Chicago on June 18, 1969. This founding document called for a white fighting force, quote unquote, to be allied with the quote unquote Black Liberation Movement and other radical movements to achieve the destruction of U.S. imperialism and achieve a classless world. And I say their goal, world communism. That's fucked, but actually it's kind of tight. It's kind of like the New World Order, but it's a shitty version.
Absolutely.
Excellent. That was great.
I fuck with capitalism. I don't know about you, but, I don't like their idea. But I do like capitalism, and I do like world economies and, stuff like that. We might not need all the borders we have today, and we might need to depopulate a little bit, but I don't think it has to be as left-wing as that. I don't think we have to stop imperialization. What the fuck would we do? I don't know how I'd cover the cost of anything.
This is basically Bernie Sanders times a million. Like,
really, he was definitely in that, because he's already admitted he was a member of the American Communist Party. I mean, Jesus Christ, that was a punishable offense back then. That was literally the FBI would take you to jail back then.
Because he basically would have starved himself and eaten shit off the side of the street to make it so he could prove his point. You know what I'm saying? Like
those who he rooted for during the Cuban Missile Crisis. Like, honestly, who knows?
That was a group wandering through the wilderness looking for, wild berries. It's the first food we've seen in days. We're just trying to prove our point. We don't want to be part of capitalism. So we're
gonna starve with Gandhi. That's such a good point I'm proving right now. I'm gonna literally, that's what I'm gonna do to my enemies. I'm gonna try to die to prove a point. Like, really? That makes so much sense, dude. You could really militarize, and you're just gonna start not eating. You're just gonna kill off the whole revolution.
Gandhi. Have you seen that movie Gandhi?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really great. I remember back in like 8th grade, we had a teacher that just didn't want to teach us, so he would show us all of those biopic movies, and it was like took like the whole year. It was obscene. We never did anything. We saw the Elvis Presley one, we saw the Michael Jackson one, the Gandhi, you name it. It was like 4 hours times it by like 30 different biopics.
Oh my god, dude. That's why Boston has the best school system in the world. Like, you'll be throwing out facts about shit that, like, people will be like, wow, how did you know that? You're like, no big deal. Like, meanwhile, it was that weird-ass teacher, you know?
I know, it was great.
That's the best, dude. Like, that's the best. Yeah, our education system in California is terrible. Trump will take care of that, because we're a Democratic state. Like, hopefully he'll put more Republicans in power here. Like, I could be a superdelegate. I can't even run for Senate next time, I just found out, and that really upsets me. I'm going to be 2 years shy of the required age. So I'm going to have to let little shit win.
I hope they take out that judge in Indiana first thing. And then obviously we got to get rid of the judge that let the swimming raper loose, because I don't want that dude raping no.
Yes, well, I don't know why he wasn't dragged out by a screaming mob with a stake across and a guillotine for good measure, dude. Like, what the fuck?
Stuff him and handcuff his feet together and throw him in a pool. See if he can flop his.
This is a lawless country. Because in a lawful country, the bailiff would have cuffed the judge and the defendant that he had just let off and put into firing squads. Like, what the fuck?
What? I think the kid should have gone to the Mexican judge, and Trump should go to that judge that let him loose.
That's so true, though. Yeah, Trump and him would just have to have that quick lunch, you know? That's all it would be. Like, they'd have lunch. I bet Trump would get a meaningless, but nonetheless, it would be an endorsement. You know, the guy would shake hands with him. And the kid that, you know, thought it was cool to just cold-blooded barbarian rape the chick, like, you know, he would be doing heavy time. He'd be in, like, Guantanamo Bay. Somehow they'd make that terrorism, which it should be. Yeah. That's another thing I want. I want rape to be terrorism from now on. That should be an act against America and its interests.
But what about, like, I mean, sometimes, you know, someone will claim rape and it didn't happen.
Yeah, girls cry, and then it didn't happen. In that case, you would just really hope that it would be like when people cry Taliban, they had a filter system, you know?
When people get raped, they shouldn't wipe it off. They should let it dry on there. Take some pictures of it.
Oh, my God.
No, so what? Yo, I said this to Zip last night, and he didn't agree. Yo, so I said this to Zip last night, and he didn't really feel my vibes, but I thought, you know, we're feeding all these people in jail, you know, like all these meals. We have all these starving people in this country. Why don't we just bring the cock meat sandwich back from Harold and Kumar too, and, you know, just feed that to the prisoners?
That still costs money. That's what I'm saying. Like this, we have to have very little tolerance
The cock
for
meat
things
sandwich
like
won't
this.
cost money,
People should
yo.
start on-
No, all the cock meat sandwich. All the guards got to do is just rub and tug one out like every couple hours.
Happening on primetime news, no one's gonna stop raping them. That's the thing. To stop the crime, there's got to be a demonstration of what the consequence is on primetime television that repeats on loop.
Right, you get the
Kind of
cock
like-
meat sandwich.
Like we put up the
sandwich.
over the top of the wall onto their faces.
Right there. I want to.
Making the foundation.
Uh-oh.
This sounds good.
Brash is getting in trouble.
Yeah, he is. He is. All right, we're gonna actually play Ziplok's pirate prank call, and this is
Pirate
hysterical. I can't wait for you to hear it. Here we go.
The Pirate Museum, David speaking.
Hi, how you doing? What was your name again?
This is the Pirate Museum.
Okay, this is the Pirate Museum. I had a question. What time do you guys close today?
Sorry, what was that?
What time do you guys close today?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. And you guys, well, I had a question. How long does it take to get through the whole museum?
Takes about 25 minutes.
25 minutes to get across all those pirates?
Yep.
All right, do you have any pirate impersonators there for the kids when we show up with the kids? Are the kids going to be able to see some
We do have pirate tour guides, but they don't do that. They just take you through and tell you about New England pirates.
Okay, and on the New England pirate thing, is this dealing with Blackbeard?
Blackbeard wasn't a New England pirate.
That is a tough one. Does it have anything to do with Blackbeard at all?
We make a small mention of them, but not during part of the tour.
Does this deal with around the 1692 era?
Yeah, approximately. We talk all about the New England pirates who came out of New England and where they ventured and stuff like that.
Okay, this is the same. This is the same pirates that used to play in Nashua, right, with Bobby Bonilla?
No.
Not the pirates from the National League, correct?
No, it's not the same thing.
Okay. Wow, but we still want to bring the kids in anyways.
We aren't a kids museum, just so you know.
Our kids are very, very high IQ. They're very high IQ. They like historian and type things.
Okay.
Do you guys deal with Pirates of the Caribbean?
No, we don't.
No Johnny Depp type stuff there then, huh?
No, not at all.
Oh my God. Do you are you a pirate yourself?
No, I'm just the manager of the gift shop.
Okay, do you have any relatives that were pirates?
Not that I know of.
Is there any pirate DNA down there?
No.
No. Okay, because I'm pirate DNA myself. Right out of Waltham.
All right.
And I love pirates. Pirates are awesome. Do you guys have booty down there?
Who?
Booty.
We do have some pirate treasure in our artifact room, as well as some replica weapons.
Do you guys refer to it as booty?
Unfortunately, we do not.
Oh my, because I was going to bring the kids down to see some booty.
I'm sure you could call it that if you'd like.
The kids love booty.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Yeah, I had one other thing. Do you guys have jewels? Any jewels? Because I know the booty doesn't include the jewels, but do you guys have the jewels?
Unfortunately, we don't have any jewels. We just have some coins and stuff like that.
Okay, coins. Okay, some bling bling.
Yep.
All right, so you got some booty and some bling bling, huh?
Yep.
Awesome. Do you do pirate impressions, or does anybody down there do that too?